Well, I'm going to deal with something in the sermon that I want to give a little more attention to beforehand in the exhortation, and also deal with it from another angle. And it is also the complementary exhortation to the one we talked about last week, in last week's exhortation. For last week, we talked about the sin of the tongue in James concerning inflammatory language. That desire not to be mad, but to make others mad, to ignite conflict. It is the sin of trying to give an offense. Today I want to talk about the sin of taking an offense, the other side of it, taking an offense. And they are different sins. In the fallen world, people are constantly doing both. They are constantly giving and taking offense for fueling endless blood feuds. You know, Hatfields and McCoy, the Montagues and Capulets, Lancaster and York, the Crips and the Blood. But this cycle is unspiritual, and actually it is unnatural too. There's no exchange that needs to happen. For you can mean no offense, and someone can take an offense. And someone can try and offer you an offense, and you can refuse to take that offense. It is possible at every moment to prove that this is unnatural. It is possible every moment to break the economy, that economy of resentment, and to not do the exchange. So let's be clear, the sin of taking an offense is real, and it stands apart. It stands apart from whether someone intended to offend you or not. If someone is rude and doesn't justify being offended, if someone isn't rude and you are offended, well, what is that? Conceit. For being offended is a sin of pride, and it has nothing to do actually with what's going on out there. It is simply, we have pride. It is a pride that prances around in that cloak of being hurt. But do you know what they said? It's that old sin of valuing our own dignity above the command to love and to bear with one another. The apostle commanded us to, quote, put away all bitterness, wrath, and anger, Ephesians 4:31. That really right there, that is a call to disarm our egos. And it is part of the battling against the quarrel. It's always out there, which is another way of saying battling for love. For left unchecked, the sin of taking offense, it constantly feeds a furnace of anger in us. It is that person, you've seen them, the woman who narrows her eyes, grows cold and quiet, and stands in the corner aggrieved. Maybe we see it even more. It is the child who sulks and steams and refuses to play with anybody until he's appeased. It is that grudge holder, that bitterness bearer, that stewing spirit in quiet fury. I want to say it is a sin. Love, by contrast, is a holy fortress that suffers long and is kind. 1 Corinthians 13:4, suffers long and is kind. And this reminds us of our need to confess. So hear this from Psalm 79:8. Oh, do not remember former iniquities against us. Let your tender mercies come speedily to meet us, for we have been brought very low. If you're